Welcome back, Pumpkin. Let's talk about Polkadot. Should we buy it? Should we bother? Who made money in the last cycle? Where's it going from here? So, if you look at the Polkadot chart, you would see that it's a pump and dump. You would see that people got in and they made 11x. I had Polkadot, okay? And then it just dropped with everything else down 90%, 92%, right? So it did 11x and then farty poopy down to 0. Round trip. And why I want to share this video with you is I was looking at Polkadot and I just decided to myself, I know someone made money from this grift. I know they did. How and where? And then it occurred to me, oh yeah, the ICO. Let's go check the ICO, baby. There's a cool website called ICOdrops.com, alright? ICO drops. Here is Gavo Woodsies, and they raised $144 million. So I just want you to know, right? We sacrificed for PulseChain and PulseX and stuff. They raised for Polkadot 144 million. So I think we did like $1 billion, right? So 1,000 over 150-ish. Just trying to gauge. So we sacrificed about 6x more, 6.6x more money. However, the total crypto market cap when these guys did it, look at this. They did this in 2019. So I'm actually going to get you, right? Because we're friends, I'm actually going to get you the total crypto market cap. Oh man, I wish other influencers would actually just talk about this instead of just their trash wastes of time, right? Because man, now we're getting to some juice. So I want to see what's possible, right? So this is where they did in 2019, around here. Right, around here, 2019 token issue, right? I don't know when they did the money. Let's just say around where they raised was around here. All right, I want to get the total crypto market cap. It's about 200 billion. So what I'm doing is they raised 144 million, okay, when the total crypto market cap was 200 billion. So we're going to write this down, okay? Polkadot, all right, raised 144 mil when total crypto MC was 200B, okay? So we could actually, so what we'll do is, right, that's what we've got right here. So what's happened is now, instead of 200 billion, we're 863. So right now, this is today. You know, when we raised for PulseChain, by the way, it was up here. It was like a 10x. The market cap was a 10x. So what I'm going to do is now, I'm going to say, all right, I want to know, did we raise a huge amount or a small amount? And what we want is the smaller the number, the better, because it means we're more undiscovered and there's less competition, okay? And a lot of people think too many people raised and we can't get mind-blowing gains, right? So what we're going to do is, right, so obviously the crypto market cap went up like, 3 to 4x. If you just do like a 4x on 144 mil, you get about a 570 million multiplier. But if you do the point where PulseChain and PulseX was raised around July here, 1.373 trillion. So what I'm going to do is we'll multiply it by about 7 to 8. Let's do 7.5. 144 million times 7.5, you get about $1 billion equivalent. So this is pretty cool for PulseChain, right? For Polkadot, what they raised here, is exactly the same ratio to the total crypto market cap as what we raised for PulseChain, okay? And I'm going to get the cute little logos up because that's exactly what we're going to do. Isn't that cool, man? Isn't that cool to know? So getting 100x, it's not unheard of, man, because it's the same relative ratio. We might get diminishing gains. It might be harder to push up, maybe. But it was done before, man. It was done before, okay? So this is what we want to see. So Polkadot, somebody won out of it. I know they did. I know there's grifters. I know we got pumped and dumped. I know we did. Let's go back to the baby doll dot chart. So you can actually see the .eth chart. Yeah, this is where the poopy land starts. This hurts to see, man. Oh my god. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. Ugh, you're down 90%, man. See, friends, you gotta chart against Ethereum. If you're not charting against Ethereum, you are not a professional. If you want to win like me, you gotta chart against God tier blue chip assets. God tier. This is the chart of truth, okay? If you want to like play medium mode, you chart against Bitcoin. It's pretty difficult by itself. You want to play super difficult mode, you chart against Ethereum, all right? This is what the experts do. I don't even know if anybody else is doing this. I just do it. So if anybody out there who's an influencer does this, please send them to me, because I've been watching all these other poopy heads charting USD, and it's getting annoying, right? So it's because you can dress up the marketing message to your audience, and you can like basically trick everyone. So from the ICO, man, from the ICO, it was 29 cents. So remember, on this chart, they pumped and dumped 10x, right? But man, let's go down to where 29 cents is, friends. Oh my God, you can already see. This is a log chart. This is a log chart. So somebody won out of this, right? And it wasn't us. All right, so Polkadot from 29 cents. Let's round it up to 30. Let's just do that, 30 cents up the top. There you go, 183x. Okay, that explains it, right? So 183x. So Polkadot, cycle 1 coin. So if you've been watching my videos, you know anything in the first cycle, the sky's the limit, because people don't have any idea about any resistances, or basically everyone's just dreaming in the skies, infinite potential, etc. So cycle 1 coins have the most potential, also most risk, because you're going off nothing. You got to do some qualitative analysis. You got to do what I do. You got to go deep in. You got to match the theme. You got to see how many people want the Ponzi. You got to look at the marketing, the color of the logo. You got to put it all together, and you have to imagine, do you see new adopters and people coming in who want to FOMO buy, right? So Polkadot did cycle 1 coins. A cycle 1 coin did 183x, and it paid the ICO insiders, and we couldn't participate, man. I was a chump like you. We got a 10x, come back down, wrecked. And these people killed it. And we want to know, man, should you buy it now? Well, here's the thing, right? Gavin Wood is a very smart man. He's a very smart man. However, he's not a brutal, ruthless leader, okay? He's a smart, kind man. Kind-hearted. Let's hold hands, let's work things out, let's form a governance DAO, let's do voting. He's that type of dude, okay? And that's okay. That's okay. I'm just telling you, that doesn't recruit enough religious fanatics, okay? Remember, we're all friends. I love yous all. Don't shoot the messenger, man. I'm literally a messenger here for you. If you want a price pump, you don't want people who are going to conduce an environment of a car crash, short-term attention span. You want someone who is so convicted, so fierce, that they produce religious fanatics. That's what you want. Now, Polkadot can still pump. It can still happen. You're thinking about the odds. You're pivoting to the odds here. Like, what are the odds Gavin, I don't know, gets some sleeve tattoos, gets an eyebrow ring, and just comes out like a bad boy. He's like, that's it. Screw Kusama. We're going to take on ETH. Like, I don't know, man. I don't think he's going to do that. So, it's funny, right? I know a lot of people get confused. They go, that has nothing to do with the code. That has nothing to do with the technology. And I'll say, yeah, that has everything to do with the code and technology. Because no one's going to care about these cute little polka dots flying around in cyberspace and Kusama. No one's going to care. All right? We want a reason to care. Okay? We want someone in the middle telling us this is your answer to everything. We want someone there. You think we don't want that, but that's what actually people really want. They want a direction, they want to be told, they want to be instructed. Gavi, oh boy, Gavi, he ain't doing that. He's too nice. Another issue with Polkadot, okay, another issue. You have Kusama. Now, I haven't looked at Kusama. Let's look at Kusama. You're going to the floor, baby. Okay, Kusama's down even more, minus 96%. Oh, that hurts. Okay, so Kusama had Kusama as well, right? So Kusama is the testnet. Kusama equals testnet soy version of Polkadot, right? It's a testnet. It's like the Litecoin of it. And you know, friends, you know me by now, all right? So, warning. Do not fall in love with projects who split token names and logos. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's bad. We want a unified message, okay? We want, you live in a country, give us one flag. I want one flag, okay? You know, like, I'm from Australia. What are the first three letters of it? AUS. What if someone just like, you know, in soccer games, rugby leagues, what if they stopped writing the ticker of AUS into something else? STR, you know? You see how changing some stuff that you think is not important suddenly changes everything. It does. Imagine instead of like, you know, the yellow and gold and green of a jersey, they just start changing the colors. Okay, screw it, let's go blue now. Let's go pink and blue. It doesn't help, man. It doesn't help. People need one unified message. Right, so we've gone through this now. You can't have two tickers. You can't have two names. You can't have two communities. You can't have two splits of economic energy, right? You can't have that because people have one wallet and we think with one brain. Here's your wallet. You have US dollars, okay? You have to put it one place. Give me the one coin, one thing, one unified vision, all right? Once you start having DOT and you have Kusama, you're like, oh, do I do 50-50? Do I do 70-30? People don't want that, man. People don't want that. And it doesn't work. It splits off the economic effect, the network energy. It's like having two CEOs of a company. You know? You can't do that, man. It doesn't work. You put yourself at a severe disadvantage. So, here's the thing, right? You don't even need to, like, know this if you got into the ICO. Isn't that funny? You didn't even care. You got in the ICO. It doesn't really matter. If you're early, it doesn't matter. Right? So all these cute, fun analysis, if you're early enough, all of that gets erased with time, which gives you more hopium, right? So Polkadot is a cycle 1 coin. Cycle 1, okay? And remember, cycle 3 is the curse, right? So maybe cycle 2 does something. I mean, I don't know if you know this, but Polkadot has like the 3rd most number of developers still on the chain. Right, let's write that down. Polkadot has like number 3 ranked developers in crypto joining and building, which is very interesting, isn't it? And what's more interesting is they haven't produced poop. They have not produced poop. How do you have all these developers? You still haven't produced anything. Make me a Ponzi dog coin, man. Give me something to go to. Their wallet has very bad GUI. The graphical user interface. It's so bad, man. Oh man, like MetaMask is trash itself, but MetaMask looks like a Game Boy with simplicity compared to these. So it's now 2023, and you're like, man, when he's gonna produce something? And I know it's hard. I know it's just, but we know, man. Make a Ponzi clone, make an NFT marketplace, just do some dumb stuff. That the dumb, simple stuff is what gets people in. You don't need to make some like Andre Cronje type of like high-level forex, cross-hedging stuff with arbitrage options, setting put call premiums. No one cares about that, dude. Only like 4 people understand that. We want the Ponzi's, we want the NFT marketplace, we want dumb stuff, we want Discord communities, we want GIFs, right? We want crypto Twitter profile pics, we want degen leverage trading, we want fun stuff, jokes, dogs and stuff. That's what we want, right? We don't want the super complex nerd stuff. That's what, you know, I mean, we want just easy to use stuff. So maybe they produce something. I mean, if you send that many developers anywhere, they're going to produce something, right? So maybe, man, I don't know. Maybe Polkadot really does give you something. Maybe it goes to like $200 in the next cycle. Wouldn't that be nice, right? $200, woo! Right, so that'll be actually juicy. Maybe it does that. Maybe. But here's the problem. So I like, for example, you know, everyone knows I like Chainlink. Chainlink can't be forked. So let's get the Chainlink logo. Chainlink can't be forked, and you can't copy it, man, right? But Polkadot, you can. Polkadot's competing with Ethereum. Polkadot is competing with all the other chains. They say they're not, but they are, all right? So don't believe anything. If there's layer 1 chains, that's it. They want the developers there to make the applications. They are all competing. So if you're going to go something around this vicinity of a 30x multiplier or whatever, this is me, right? I could be wrong. I'm happy to fall on my sword, but I want something that has no competition, okay, with the adoption and the code. I want something where they can't even fork the code. That's why I like Link. So we can delete Link now. Dot doesn't have any competitive advantage. It's got a nice logo. There's a lot of female developers, a lot of girls get attracted to it. So it has some sort of edge there with a different demographic market, but from what we've seen, not real much. And we always know the guys who killed it were in the cycle oneers, right? But it was very interesting to learn that Polkadot, I mean, with PulseChain, it was roughly the same ratio of the total amount raised versus the market cap. So wouldn't that be nice if, you know, if PulseChain did like a 200x in that first cycle and PulseX killed it as well? Very interesting to think about. So .eth is crushed. By the way, obviously, if you love DOT, this is you got to get in, dude. This is where you get in. Like you are down 94%. If you really wanted it, if you believe and you have any edge, you're in the DOT community and they're building a lot of cool stuff and you know they're ready. Maybe you see some beta profile testnets. One, please tell me about them because I don't know any. Please tell me about them. I want to see anything mildly cool, right? If they get it, you have such a huge multiplier for me. Man, you get like a 6x on your Ethereum, and trust me, we're diminishing in crypto hard. So getting a 6x on Ethereum one day is going to be juicy. But, I mean, really, it might be like that. Woohoo! That's maybe what happens. Maybe, right? Do you want to take that risk? That's another thing you want to think about. So, yeah, it's cheap. It's cheap, right? We've completed cycle 1, so it's got cycle 2. It's not cycle 3 yet, right? That advantage. You can think about that. But the competition part is what you got to factor in as well. Do you want to sit in something that has fierce competition and doesn't have a brute force fearless leader? Okay, and you can win in these. You can, if you're just assessing the probabilities and the odds. Okay, so there you go, friends. Remember, everything has a price, too high or too low. We don't write anything off, and we just check things out, man. We check things out. And remember, right now, man, like, you know, if you had a lot of spare bullets, just buy DOT, honestly. Just buy. It's cheap enough anyway, you know, but we're trying to win. We're trying to win, trying to get the most reward for our dollars, okay? Because, man, you're going to feel like a poopy head if this only does this. You will, right? So just be careful with how much you allocate, because I'm not going to name their names. There are alternatives out there who fit the profile of severely undervalued, called a scam, Ponzi, all this stuff, which better fit the profile of worthiness of your allocation, who don't have any competition with their network effect in their community. They don't. Polkadot does. So you got to assess it, right? Yeah, you can still get your 30, 40x if it works out. The question is assessing, is it going to work out? Until